Welcome back, YouTube. I got a new battery here we could be unboxing today. This is the Uplus or Uplus new technology battery. We could be unboxing this as one of the AGM batteries. I'm gonna be replacing my flooded lead acid battery in my boat with this AGM battery. They're supposed to be more resistant to vibration and stuff, so we could upgrade to this. And this is what we could be using for our cranking motor. This is a dual purpose battery. And we'll go into the box here. We have our manual. They got it packaged in there very nicely. We have our nuts and washers here for the posts. This has the double post with this dual purpose battery. So if your marine application calls for this type of post, you have that one, or if you could use it in RV or vehicle or anything like that. But some of your boats also have this big type post on them. So you can, this is a dual purpose battery, you can use it for either one. This is the Group 24 absorbent glass mat, 12 volt, 79 amp hour, 500 and cold cranking amp dual purpose battery, and it's deep cycle. It has the carrying handles on here to make it more convenient for putting in your battery box or taking it out your battery box or carrying. So you have your carrying handles there. I checked the weight on this battery. It weighs in at 50 pounds, which is just a couple of more pounds than my flooded standard lead acid battery. So it's just a couple more pounds than what it weighs. That's not too bad. But you get thicker cells, lead plates in there. You get thicker lead plates in your, these marine batteries. I went with the Group size 24 because it'll fit down in my battery compartment. It's the right measurements to fit right down in my case. Size 27 and a 31 in these dual purpose batteries. It has more cranking, cold cranking amps, and so you can go in there and check them out if you need a bigger battery with more capacity, more amp hours. They have the larger batteries in there too. But this is a sealed battery, so you don't have to worry about the acid or anything leaking out of it. And another thing I like about this is I don't have to go in here and try to check the water and anything every 3 months because it's sealed, so I don't have to worry about no maintenance on it. Because believe me, on them standard flooded batteries, I will forget sometime and check the water, and my water will be low in my batteries. But with this battery, this AGM battery, I don't have to worry about that because it's sealed, and so I don't have to worry about getting low in water and shortening the life of the battery because of forgetting to keep the maintenance up on it, and just charge and go. This is a high performance battery, and as long as I keep up with my charging on here and don't abuse it and run it down too low, then I should get twice the cycle life of this AGM battery than what I would with most standard flooded batteries. These AGM batteries, they're more resistant to vibration and stuff, so if you're doing off-roading stuff with four-wheelers or golf carts or anything like that, it's more resistant to vibration and stuff than your standard lead acid batteries are. But they're suitable for trolling motors, RVs, solar, marine, or any type of off-grid outdoor stuff you could be doing. If you want to run fans or something off of DC power, lights, anything like that, these are batteries and they hold up pretty good or better than your standard lead acid batteries will. And some of these batteries are recommended for engines up to 350 horsepower for cranking. So if you want a larger battery, more capacity, more cranking power and stuff, you can go in and check them out. If you need one for a larger motor, you can find it on there. They have them right on up to 350 horsepower. But the operating temperature on this particular battery is 140 degrees Fahrenheit down to minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. I know a couple of times last year I got down in the river with my regular flooded acid battery, and that first cranking in the mornings, it just would want to turn that motor over you get it cranked on that first crank and hit down to 16, 18, 20 degrees. But this battery here is supposed to be much better at them cold mornings and all that, getting everything fired up and going. And also, if you running this in a vehicle or your boat, your alternator, your stator, anything stops working, you have up to 150 minutes of reserve capacity that you can run off of to get you back to the landing or get you to a service station or something where you can get your alternator or whatever fixed, or where you'll be able to load your boat when you get to the landing. So great in an emergency, so you got some backup power there and that it can run off of until you can get to where you need to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a charge on this. I have a charger that's compatible with AGM batteries. So that's one thing, if you could use AGM battery, you want to make sure that you have a compatible charger to charge the AGM. Mine does the AGM or the 𝗩𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗶𝗺 batteries, lithium batteries. I'm going to go ahead and put a charge on it. We're going to set it down in the boat over there, get it hooked up. Set her down. I know she's going to fit perfectly down in there, right size. Yeah, sit right down in there, perfect. Sitting in the battery box. Then all we got to do is hook her up. Okay, let's get everything hooked up here. Got our running lights, cables here, positive to positive, negative to negative. Hook our cranking cables up, positive wire to positive, negative to negative. And when I do these batteries, I like to use these wing nuts. These wing nuts are real handy. You don't need any wrenches or anything to tighten these down with. You can tighten them with your fingers tight enough to get good connection. So you got it hooked up here now. The reason I go with a lead acid battery for my cranking on my outboard motor is I have an older model outboard motor and it runs off a stator. And I'm not sure that my lithium battery will have the compatible charge to charge the lithium battery, and I don't want to burn my stator up or burn the BMS up in my battery, mess my BMS up on my battery. So that's why always with this older model motor, I go with this lead acid batteries for my cranking applications. I think some of your newer motors now, your big motors, they may be compatible with lithium, but I have an older model motor, so that's why I stick with the lead acid. But if something happens with my lithium battery, what I run my electric motor with, I wouldn't have any hesitation hooking my electric motor onto this battery and fishing the rest of the day or all day with it. Another plus to it is every time I crank my outboard motor up, it'll be sending charge back to this battery. If I'm moving from fishing spot to fishing spot running my outboard motor, this battery will be charging back while I'm down in the river fishing. We could get the cover back on the chair, everything set up. We go down to the river tomorrow and we'll crank the motor up and run it some, use the tilt and trim, see how it works. We got down here at the river and we drove this motor for a piece, and this battery is working great on it. It'll spin the motor right over, fire it right up. The running lights are working great. I'm trying out the tilt and trim on it while we've been running. The tilt and trim works just fine. Yeah, everything working great on this. It'll spin it quick. It's spinning quicker than the standard battery I had in here. This does a little bit more power there to it at the start. But anyhow, that's going to be our review. Be sure to go in and check them out on there. Check out their batteries. And we'll catch you the next time, YouTube.